Intervierw.
Yes, sir. Hey, welcome welcome back to the First and Foremost podcast. Thank you guys for being here. I'm from Tone. We got my boy Aaron Bacon. How you doing, man?
No, sorry about it, man. I'm good. I'm blessed and highly favored, man. Just blessed to be here today.
Definitely, man. We got a big show today. We got a lot to talk about. I'm excited. I'm sure you're all excited too, Bacon. We got special guests on. For sure. But before we get started, we're gonna get to our segment, and our segment, you already know. If you've been with it, you already know our first segment, man.
You OG, you know.
First and foremost. So this is a segment we always talk about. What's our first and foremost? Bacon, I'm gonna let you start with it. What's your first and foremost?
Man, it's obvious today, man. First and foremost has to be what happened to Weeball / U Dynasty U-Ray 7-on-7, man. You know what I mean? C1 and Top Chef, man. They got a little into it, as you've probably seen. It's been everywhere. It's been on radio stations. It's been on, you know what I'm saying, the biggest NFL buzz. So has to be the first and foremost up today, man. What about you, Jerome?
Yeah, that was a big event. It went viral. I'm not gonna get into specifics. I was at that camp. I didn't stay during the whole thing, so I didn't see what happened. I kind of got some background noise, and I kind of got the lead up to that. So
yeah.
There, I'm not gonna speculate. I'm not gonna, I don't want to pick any sides or anything like that. I just want to say that it's very unfortunate because this is a spot for kids to expose themselves and for something like that to happen. Very unfortunate, but I'm gonna leave it right there. From
your perspective, you know what I'm saying, as much as you can, from your side, you know what I'm saying, just as much as you can. I don't want to get you in trouble or get you saying out of pocket, but
you don't know say.
Okay.
My first and foremost is if you haven't seen it, definitely go on this man's page right now on his YouTube, and he got a fire behind the scenes in a day of, I think that's what it's called, man. And it's featuring your boy right here. Got Bacon in there a little bit. The guy, Coach Mills, we had him on one of our first few episodes, one of our first guests on this podcast. If you haven't seen that, go check that out as well. So, it was a great little documentary, a behind the scenes kind of thing. Very funny, especially towards the end. So make sure you go watch that. Just boys having some good times right after, a long football day. Just kicking back, getting some wings, relaxing, have some nice talk football. It was awesome, man. So go check that out. Make sure you go on Bacon's not Instagram, YouTube. It's YouTube. It's right under him. So go right over there, go right in there, and make sure you go check that out, man. He had a great one, man. It's a banger. And this man been putting out bangers a lot lately, so y'all gotta make sure like and subscribe to this stuff for real.
Thank you.
For real. So obviously you guys see our third member is not in here. Naj, she has some arrangements. He will be in here, but right now we have a very special guest. What'd you say?
I said big time is do what big time is do, man.
Nah. He's doing big things. Man. So we're gonna let him do his thing, but we got a very special guest on today, guys. If you haven't seen on the thumbnail already, this kid is a rising star. Played on a championship team this year with the Milton Eagles, man. I want to give a very, very warm welcome to my guy, Little Palomalu. It's a DJ Rumph. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God.
All right, man. Well, first off, I want to thank you for getting on, man. You've been a kid that we've been watching for a while now. Very humble, very good kid. So I would definitely wanted to get you on and ask you some questions and talk about the life of you. But let's just talk football first, man. Let's just get right into it. What made you want to play football? I know you in a big football family, but what drove you to be like, I'm gonna play football and I want to play this way?
Well, my dad, he was a Marine, and after his service, he wanted to transfer to USC. But a couple games he played into it, he suffered from a fatal concussion, which, you know, changed my life, but ended his forever. So that he's my reason why I go. He's my inspiration.
Definitely, man. And it's an incredible story, man. And we hope that you. I know you're making your dad proud for sure. I know that for sure, man. Very humble, very chill kid, man. You never get in trouble, things like that. You never hear anything about that. What is some of your biggest inspirations in life? I know your dad. You mentioned your dad, but what's some of the other inspirations in life right now, man?
Just my family. I mean, God, everything we've been through, we've done it together. So, big on family. Couldn't do it without them.
Definitely, definitely. Now, football wise, man, you're in your sophomore year. We're going to your sophomore year, right? And you're playing at Milton. Obviously, Milton literally just won a championship. You just transferred there. What? How does it feel to be so young and to be in a championship, organization already? And how do you feel like you can take that and build on that?
Well, first of all, uh, it's just so surreal, because we started off not even knowing where we're gonna go, and at the time, my mom was still trying to like sell the house, but we were like, Milton got a nice little ring to it, so we saw it as a sign since we couldn't sell the house, and we stuck in this area. But specifically for this championship, I didn't even know what was going on. I just knew we just kept on balling and balling every single game we had. And then at some point, we made it to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it was just amazing. Like everything about it just sparked something in me. But basically, I never knew that would happen, and it was an amazing experience for me. And I want to continue and get Milton to another state championship.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Now you talked about being in the bins, man. That's big time, man. That's big time. How was it coming out of that tunnel? Like, was it any nerves? Was it like, man, like I want to be here one day? How that felt for you, man?
Yeah, man. I was nervous at first, but once I hit that final, like the beginning of the tunnel, I was like, this is my time. This is my time to shine and really support my team.
Definitely, man. Now, tell me about a little bit about your head coach, Coach Reeves. Me and Nigel really high on him. I think they can well. He always helped me out, allow us to get to games, and been very welcome. Tell us a little bit about him and how's his coaching style and how you feel like you fit into his coaching style.
Yeah, Coach Reeves, man, you're an amazing coach. He always keeps me on point. He always makes sure, like, he always checks up on me. And first and foremost, like, he's just always there. Like, he's, I don't know, man. He's given me a lot of chances. First time I started talking to him, I was just like, I'm new. I'm a freshman. What do I expect? And he got me through it. I'm
Definitely,
grateful for him.
100%. Biggie, you got some questions real quick?
Yeah, man. Just if you can, brother, kind of flash it back on the state championship run, man. At the end, man, when it's kind of unfolded, it's kind of close, man. And then I get the pick six to win the game. It was just kind of walk me through that moment of pandemonium, man.
Man, me and my team, we was like in this tense moment where we were like, man, we can either win this or we can go home. And I kept that positive mindset, like we gonna get through this, and we did, and we won. And this was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing experience.
So now y'all weren't. See, I was ball coming to what was like. How did y'all stay so focused? You know what I'm saying? Block out the outside noise during that time.
I mean, it's really what we had on the line. We knew what we had on the line. It was either we win or go home, like I said. But like, we had to keep consistent. We had to keep persistent every single day. It was no stopping, and that's how we knew we couldn't lose this.
For sure, man. And just kind of talk about, say you were a freshman last year. You didn't get really touch the field that much on the varsity level. So just kind of for the kids watching, man, how do you kind of, being so talented, how do you kind of stay reserved? Like, my time is coming. I'm support my brothers, but keep the main thing the main thing.
Well, honestly, always keep God first. And I don't know if anybody is not that like religious like that, but I always keep him first. Everything I do, I pray before every single game, and he's gotten me through so much.
Most definitely, man. We're gonna talk about the elephant in the room, man. We're gonna talk about the lines, man. You know what I'm saying? The hair. Just kind of how long have you been growing it, brother? Let me ask that first.
Since I was born, really. My mom never let me cut it. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Dukes.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful she did, because I wouldn't have the symbol that I have now. It's my brand now, so I'm really glad she did.
Nice facts, man. Like
tell us a little about your brand, man. Tell us a little bit about your brand while you're on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, stay tuned. It's basically about spreading awareness about basically concussions on a national level to help prevent concussions on that level. But yeah, that's where it really, I don't know, started from there. But I'm definitely going to continue to work on that.
And what are some things that you like are doing to kind of get to that point where you can reach out to people about this?
Well, we started off on social media, so we on all platforms, and we're gonna continue to, put out our stuff, put out our product, and see how it goes from there.
Definitely. All right, before I continue, I do want to bring on our third member here, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Naj.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
What up, DJ?
What's up?
What's up, man?
Nothing much. How about you?
Doing good, man. We appreciate you coming on the pod, man. Said about Jerome himself, man. Y'all don't know, I'm sure y'all did the intro and everything, man. DJ's the guy, man. I mean, got some good playing time as a freshman, man. Obviously, I got my questions. I ain't gonna interrupt the flow, man. But y'all go follow him, man. DJ Rumph, hey, he's the real deal. The next kid coming up, Milton got some good crop of talent, man. So we'll talk about that a little bit, but just wanted to do a little intro on that. Throw it back to y'all.
Yeah, definitely. No, and Naj, you can definitely jump in. We were just talking about DJ's CTE awareness, concussion awareness, and how he's going to take it to the next level with that and bring awareness to that. Did you want to ask some questions to that particularly?
So I don't know where I came in at, but you're talking about concussion awareness, man. So what was kind of the, I guess you could say, not the reasoning, but what do you kind of want to accomplish getting more kind of knowledge about it and get more awareness about it to kind of help players going forward?
That's my dad. So I just want to use my platform to make a difference. So I'll do whatever I got to do to, find those resources and make it happen.
Definitely, man. Definitely. All right. To get back on some football questions real quick, and I'm going to bring it back to Bacon because I did kind of interrupt him. So my bad, Bacon.
Straight,
but, man, DJ, you've been all over the place as far as, getting to different camps and getting yourself known, man. I've been in camps that I didn't even think somebody you're a defensive end, and there's times defensive end linebacker, sorry. But there's times where I'm at some of these camps, I'm just expecting to see wide receivers, DBs, but you be out there. I seen you at a camp last year where you ran your 40 time and things like that. I forgot the name of that camp. I apologize for that. But this year you was on Team Honcho, one of the few only linebackers out there. There wasn't a lot of linebackers. What is it about you that you want to get your face out there and compete in these different camps and 7-on-7?
Honestly, at first I was a little iffy about 7-on-7s because it was I'm not really a middle linebacker. I don't really play that much, but I started getting into it. I started training, and it just clicked for me. I was just one of the things I found my talent right there with as a linebacker. And honestly, the Huncho team, that's my team right there. That's my family. And we created a bond, and I really think we could go far.
Definitely, yeah. I seen you out there. You look like you was having a lot of fun. You mentioned, they putting you at linebacker. It's not more comfortable position. What is it about the linebacker position? Like, what do you like it about it? Is it, like a big difference between, just setting off that edge and being as a linebacker? Tell us some of the things that you like and dislike about it, or if you have any dislikes.
I get to see a lot more things. I get to be more explosive, see those gaps, and get to the quarterback easily. And honestly, just put myself out there on like a higher level.
Definitely. Do you feel like you adapted well to it?
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
Okay. So you're gonna tell Coach Reeves to pitch you at linebacker?
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right, go ahead, Bacon. I'll let you continue, man.
For sure, man. Let's describe this, man. You won, I believe, 8 out of 12 MVPs, 8th grade summer year, man. So, like, how do you make that happen, man?
Man, I stay on my grind. I stay in the lab. Consistency is key. Like, you just gotta keep going and going and going and going. There's no stopping. There's no breaks. Like, tomorrow's not promised. So, live it to the fullest.
7 days a week, 7-day-a-week grind.
Yes, sir.
What's your 7th day look like compared to the first day of the week?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I don't be motivated, but then I look at my family. I know who I'm doing it for, and then that's what motivates me to keep going, to get that what I'm doing it for.
Most definitely. I wish I had my video set up, but it was a clip, man. You in the sand pit. Trent got the arm guards, whatever you want to call them, or the arm pads, and you just, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse my erratic movements, but just like walk me through that process of just kind of, turning, seeing moves and muscle memory, because it's all natural. There's no hesitation. So how does one get that type of, obviously you said consistency, but kind of break it down a little more. How do you kind of work that in?
Man, I picked one move, which was the swipe move, and I continued to do that over and over again. And then it was the cross chop, I think I learned second. Then it was the finesse. I've always continued to practice that with my trainers, and I never stopped. It's like you said, it was muscle memory, so I couldn't forget.
For sure, man. Last thing to me, now I'll pass it back to Naj, man. You going up against, who's the toughest old lineman that you've gone up against so far, and why? I'm
gonna have to say Tim Harvey. I'm not gonna lie, he did. I had hit a spin move. That was the worst decision of my life. He pancaked.
What do you do for you, man? What do you do for you?
No, it was a lesson though. I definitely got better. Iron sharpens iron. So
every time. I pass it to you, Naj.
Yeah, man. So I don't know if they asked, but man, I want to talk about Coach Reeves, man. I mean, he's a person that I'm real, close with. I talked to him. Just what impact did he have on you as a freshman, man? I mean, I think he's a great coach. What he does with you guys, but just kind of talk about what that message was, man, when you came in as a freshman and ended up using you more towards the downstretch of the season. Just talk a little bit about that and the impact he's had on your career so far.
Well, he made me feel at home at first. Like he really. And man, it made me feel like I was a part of the team. And that's what motivated me to also like help them get to another state championship, because like without him, there would be no structure. So, he's an amazing leader, and looking forward to our relationship in the future.
No doubt. And then if you had to say, man, like Bacon said earlier, you came from all these MVPs, one of the top players in the country in the 8th grade. I'm not sure if y'all asked this, but what's the biggest difference from 8th grade to playing on, JV team, coming on the freshman team? What are some of those biggest differences you've seen, and what would you tell others what they need to do to be ready so that they can make an impact and be a contributor when they become a freshman if they want to play varsity?
Well, all I gotta say is it's working at a way faster pace. And when I was in 8th grade, I was a little slow. But I did get faster, and I realized that this is more than just a game. And my advice to anybody out there that wants to make it to the pros or anything like that, to basically stay on that grind. Like I said before, consistency is key, and to practice everything that you know. Because if you forget one thing, it's going to tear down a lot of fundamentals that you've been doing for a very long time. You don't want that to happen.
No doubt, man. And if you don't mind sharing, just talk a little bit about Christian Pancake Hunter, man. I know I got a tight bond time relationship. Just talk a little about, y'all two. Kind of how did y'all formulate the relationship, man? How cool is it to play alongside him and kind of see his maturation and growth this past year?
Man, Pancake, that's my bro. That's my brother. We've been at it since 6th grade, man. I first saw him, I was like, man, this man a beast. We continue to build each other up, in the locker room, outside the locker room. Like I said before, iron does sharpen iron. So we made ourselves better. And I'm really looking forward to that in the future.
No doubt. Now, talk about some of the dogs I got coming up. I mean, you, Christian, there I got Landon Gia, who's obviously 2029. But I know you got some prime prospects in 28, freshmen coming up. Just talk about some of the guys we should watch out for, including yourself.
I say look out for Grant Haviland. He's a wide receiver. I mean, he a beast. He's always been a beast since we played together at a youth team for the Bears. I've always seen talent in that man. That man. Look out for him. Grant Haviland.
Yeah, and I got to see him play. He's real talented, man. What would you say, man, is your biggest takeaway? I know he's at Georgia Elite Classic. What did you just enjoy about being there? Playing on that stage. I know you played on a lot of big stages in your career, but being on Patriot Sports Network, being able to kind of have bonding time with some of your teammates and being able to kind of meet new people too.
For me, it was really about the competition. It was really about staying on that one goal, which was to meet new people, socialize, and just be able to be out there and show my talent to the world. And Georgia Elite Classic,
no doubt,
one of those ways I could.
No doubt. I got one more. I'm gonna throw to you, Jerome. What would you say, DJ, is an aspect of your game you want to work on the most this offseason? You want to kind of fine tune and hone in on and kind of improve going into next year, going into spring practice, spring football, and all that stuff.
I just want to focus on my film. Reading plays, having that logic, having that football IQ, and being more explosive when I get off that line, because that's my thing. Fast off that line. But, I got to play slow. I got to analyze what I got to do for the future.
No doubt.
Yeah, DJ, I want to ask, because I know you're very big on family. Talk about your mom and, all the sacrifices she made to help you get to the level you are right now at such a young age, and, all the camps she's been able to take you to and all that, and she's doing this on her own. Tell us a little bit about that, man.
Well, my mom, she's a workaholic. She was in the U.S. Army, fought in Afghanistan. She also was on Steve Harvey. She sings. She's an amazing singer. And honestly, I get my hopes and aspirations from her. I get my strength from her. Everything that she is, I am basically. And man, one thing that she's always told me to do is make a difference, and just continue to inspire the world, make a difference.
Basically. I love it. Now, I'm going to steal this question from Bacon because I know he wants to ask. I'm going to ask you now. You say your mom sings. I heard you sing too, bro.
Yeah, a little bit, a little rusty right now.
Can we get a little sample?
I mean, I can't sing, but there is a little demo I might put out in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that as well.
Wow. I got a demo. Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, it's going to be fire.
Okay.
Multi-talented.
Yes, sir. Gotta be, man. Gotta be. Look at him. Look at his hair. Look at that chain, man. You gotta have more than just football, man. All right. Well, to get back on the topic of family, I want to talk about you and your brothers, man. You got 2 younger brothers and a sister, right?
Yeah, 2 brothers.
Yeah, awesome. Tell me, like, I know the next one under you, man. He's starting to pick up some traits after you starting to get into football and stuff like that. Tell us about, like, how you guys been coming up, and now that you're, in varsity football, able to, pour into him and help him out.
Well, he really looks up to me. I'm like, man, we've been through a lot together, and just him seeing me at a higher level, I think it's inspiring in him to become a better person than me. I want him to be better than me, and honestly, get to that higher level, and maybe we get to play in the NFL together. We get to swap jerseys and stuff like that. Man, I just want to build us up together. That's what it's.
You be roughing them up a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. It's all brotherly love. But
all right, now tell me about, you got family that's in the NFL right now. Your father was a former NFL player. Your uncle, I believe it is Chris. He's in the NFL right now. Tell us a little bit about them and how they're helping you out to get you to that level.
Well, Chris, he in the Chargers. He was on the Chargers. He still is. I think he's been a really big inspiration as well for me, because I remember when I first visited his college, Duke University. That's where I really figured out like how college was going to be for me and how organized I would have to be in order to, maintain a healthy diet, healthy habits, and moving forward, just like consistency.
Definitely, man. Also, tell me a little bit about your Polynesian roots. I know they call you Little Palomalu, so they're a little tie-in right there. But tell us a little bit about your Polynesian roots, man.
Oh, well, my mom's a little bit of Polynesian. My grandma's the more Polynesian one. Man, that's where I get my love, my hope from. My grandma. Islanders. I'm also Nigerian, too. That's my dad's side, though.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I've seen that, you've been talking to DJ Ugle. I'm not going to try to say his last name.
Ugale.
Yeah, DJ Ugale, from, he played at Clemson. He was just at
Oregon State.
Now he just transferred to
Florida State.
Tell us a little about him. His dad, give me a shout out on social media. The Polynesian, family is such a tight knit family. Tell us a little bit about how that kind of went about.
Pardon me? Say that again. 1 second. Sorry.
Just tell us how that all kind of like came about. You and DJ, family ties, and friend ties, just being a Polynesian family group and together. How they all kind of tied on together.
Well, he's a great member, great family. Honestly, when we first met, I think I could relate to him a lot. He has a couple sons that actually play at a professional level that are in college right now. They also inspired me to, play at that level, and also inspired me to go to Oregon, which is now one of my top 5. And really, I want to see how that goes from there.
Awesome, man. Kick it out to you, Bacon.
Man, short notice, Jerome. Now, just how long does it take to get ready in the morning, brother? I know you got a lot of hair, man. You got to brush it out. Just
stuck on that hair.
It's my idea.
How long does it get ready?
You're stuck on that hair.
Takes a minute.
For sure. Let's see. Outside of football, man, what do you kind of do for fun, brother?
Well, like you said before, I sing, I act, and I do a little bit of dancing. You see me a little bit on TikTok at DJ Runtime, same as my Instagram, but you'll see a little bit on there. It's my little hobbies.
So you trying to catch a little wave on the TikTok go up, man, like a little Jerry McCain vibe, something like that?
Yes, sir.
For sure, man. Just talk a little bit about your style, man. I'm saying what you on a casual day, man. What's you know what I'm saying? What's the fit for DJ Rumph, man?
Well, my go-to is varsity jackets. I love anything like that was back then. Like I love thrifted clothes. Honestly, putting stuff together. That's all I'm about. I'm not really on like how much it costs, how much any type of clothing costs. Like I'm just homemade.
And what you listening to in the headphones. Don't have to be pregame, just on a regular casual day, bro.
Honestly, I say I listen to a lot of R&B and hip hop,
Mm,
specifically Lecrae. I say Lecrae, Lecrae, Kendrick Lamar,
okay.
Logic. You know, they really get me in that mode. They get me in that mindset.
You
Sure.
different.
Look
Like
country.
young kids
Look
is
country.
not saying that. That's good though. I'm glad to hear that, man. You different. That's good, bro. That's good. It's good. You different. A lot of young kids is not saying that, bro. So that's good. That's how I know
Right.
you're different. Everybody's
Sure.
saying young boy and all these different artists. So shout out to you, man, for being different. If nobody tell you.
For sure. Piggybacking off what Nas said, man, wise beyond your years, man. So kind of where do you kind of get that from? Get it from mom? Just watching your uncles, you know what I'm saying? Where do you get your wisdom from, man?
Honestly, like I said before, I do get it from my mom. Also, my grandpa. He's really smart. Honestly, he's taught me like a lot of things, specifically with school academics, academic level. You know, he's gotten me through a lot. My grandparents, both of them. You know, keeping
Sure,
it
let's talk
pushing.
about that, man. How do you my bad. Just talk about that a little bit. How do you kind of balance the schoolwork and the football, man? It's both of them so demanding.
I mean, it's all mindset. If you mindset is key. If you have that doubtful mindset, you're not gonna be able to balance those two. But when I do get doubtful, I do pray. I look to God, and He usually makes that all better. And honestly, that's what I continue to do moving forward.
For sure, man. Last question for me, man. Biggest life lesson you've learned up to this point.
Uh, Honestly, reaching for the sky, reaching for the sky is the limit. For me, I feel like I've held myself to a little standard when I should have been holding myself to even more like higher standard. That's what I continue to do now. There's no limit to my what I have for the future, and I want to continue to build on that.
Most definitely, but shoot past the moon, fall amongst the stars, my friend. You are definitely a star, man. So I would pass it off to Naj, you know what I'm saying? See if he's got anything left for you, brother.
Yes, I do, man. I gotta ask, man. I didn't get to ask Coach Reeves. I'm gonna ask him too when I see him. But when did you know, that this team was gonna be special and to win a title? Now, I don't know if you've seen other podcasts. I've been telling these two right there, whatever, that right there and right there. I told both of them, I said, bro, don't sleep on Milton. They looked at me crazy. I said, don't sleep on Milton. He got some
Oh,
dogs. So
oh,
what did you say? I had said, but you go ahead to the podcast, whatever. You go back to the episodes we had. I said, do not sleep on Milton. When did you know, DJ, that this team was potentially special?
Honestly, I've seen that film. They go way back, and I've always wanted to go to Milton since I was like in the seventh grade. I just seen how like their community, their culture like has come together, and I said that's where I want to be. That's where I want to be, Milton. That's why I continue to go and prosper with my team.
No doubt, man. Well, I want to share the screen, man. I just want to get your reaction. I'm sure you already know it, but I want everybody to see. I mean, y'all came out with y'all schedule here recently, man. I wanted to pull it up. Just from this schedule, man, it's one I want to ask you about. But what this matchup, I know you're gonna gotta do what you gotta do. I know you guys are focused on the M and Empire, but what matchup just stands out to you, man, from this loaded schedule?
What's sticking out to me right now is Gainesville. I say Gainesville because there's a lot of people there I know, and but I know we could beat them. But it's just like I know a lot of people there. I know the coaches, and honestly, I want to be able to dug it out and definitely get, like I said, get to the next state championship.
How excited are you to go against like Tyler Ford and Michael Steffen and all those Alex Payne, some of those dogs on the offensive line? How excited you are to go against them in battle?
It's gonna be a challenge, but like I said, gonna keep going, keep pushing, and by the time I know it, I'm getting better as I'm doing it. So I'm loving every moment of it.
No doubt. And last question on the schedule: how excited are you to kind of go against Buford in the opening season? I think, man, that's a prime time matchup, one of the best ones in the
Big
country.
time.
I think you guys winning the state championship. Buford has aspirations to win the state championship. They got dogs all over the field. So do y'all? How excited are you to open up kind of the season against them?
I know we're gonna come out strong. That's something big for us. Competing against these big teams is nothing. That's not like a lot for us. We're continuing to, stay consistent with everything we do and beat them again.
No doubt, man. And then I want to ask this, how cool is it, man, playing with all these star type players, man? I mean, playing with a Luke Nickel, playing with a CJ Wilder defensively, playing with a Dylan Lewis, a Tyler Redmond, some of these top players on both sides of the ball, man. How cool is that to be able to kind of sharpen iron and get better and going up against them every day in practice?
It's honestly a blessing. I'm grateful to have each one of them. They make me better every day. We build each other up. It's a family thing.
No doubt. And last one, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying, I love them boys.
No doubt. And last thing, I'm gonna throw it back to Jerome, man. You talk about like the life lessons you've learned, man. What would you tell just some of these kids coming in, man? What they should do to be prepared, man, just to be able to come in on Milton and kind of uphold that standard.
Honestly, just rep the M. Be prepared to rep that M, and stand on business.
Straight up. And last one. What's the most fun road trip you went on this past season?
I say I haven't went to Miami yet with them, but I say from what I saw, Miami was like amazing and a crazy experience. Honestly, I've been out there a couple times, but Miami is different.
Facts.
So do you, Jerome?
All right, before we close it out, man, I like to ask you fun little questions at the end. Talk about you and your teammates and everything. So let's get started with what is the craziest thing that Coach Reed said in the locker room? Something funny, maybe something that made you chuckle under your breath.
Honestly, I say when he usually says like he puts stuff on the line, and us and our team, we would start freaking out and telling everybody to just pipe down and just to lock in before he would make us do something crazy. And I would just be like, man, it don't get no better than this.
Definitely. Now tell me, who would be, like, if you had to choose one teammate, who is the goofiest on the team?
Pancake. I said Pancake.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I figured that.
What makes him goofy, man?
This is everything about him, man. He has amazing spirit. He has a lot of energy. And
definitely do. Awesome, man. And tell us, who will be the hothead on the team, the one that just like always like getting at it, maybe ruffle the feathers of the other team? Who's that one guy on your team, man? Every team has one.
I say Faisal Sequeira. That boy. He's different. He talk, but he can back it up. Just know that.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Now, tell us who has like the weirdest pregame ritual.
I'm not gonna say any names, but there is somebody.
You gotta give us details, man. You don't have to say names. Give some details, though. I'll put you on the spot, man.
What he put salt in his socks or something, bro?
Yeah, you do a lot.
All right, I get it. You don't want to say it. It's okay. I understand. Well, man, DJ, thank you for getting on with us, man. Appreciate everything, man. You're
Having me again.
a great, humble kid, a lot of talent. You know, you're doing some great stuff with your foundation right now. You got a lot of talents behind you outside of football, man. So we really do appreciate you, man, and thank you for getting on with us, man.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Do me one favor once you get off of here. Hope your mom changed that battery in your room, man. I hear that alarm going off. That the smoke detector going off. You know, you told them, you tell your mom do that, man.
You're all crazy.
Roll wild, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good one, bro. Good luck with everything, man.
Much love, man.
Appreciate you, DJ.
See you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was DJ Rumph, man. That was a good interview, man. He's a great young man, doing some great stuff at an early age, and you know, he has a great family right there, man. For sure. Anything you guys want to add on before we go to our next segment?
I'm good, brother.
Nah, you haven't given us your first and foremost, man. So since you haven't,
there we go.
What's your
Good.
first and foremost?
First and foremost, what was my first and foremost? Sorry, y'all, it's been a long day. I'm trying to think.
You good?
What did I see? Oh, okay, man. I got to get some love, man. What was her name? I did it earlier. Hold on. I did write it. Let me just pull it up real quick. Pull it up. All right, I got to give some love to Kiona Christmas. She just posted a quintuple double, became the 10th player ever in high school history to record such a feat in the women's basketball game. Shout out to her. Phenomenal stat line she had. Let me see if I can pull it up verbatim. She had, 11 points, 20 rebounds, 11 assists, 10 steals, and 10 blocks. Yes, guys, a quintuple double on the high school ranks. Got to give her some love. That's my first and foremost for tonight.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you doing that, man. And we're going to definitely be talking about some basketball and hoops in a second. But let's get to our other topics real quick. And that will be, we're going to talk about that camp that I was at. DJ was there as well. The We Ball 7-on-7, man. It was a great event. I wish I could have stayed the whole time. But, man, talk about the marketing behind it. Talk about the hype. Talk about, you know, the quality of players and teams, man. It was a great event. Shout out to my guys at Dynasty U, man. Knew them for a while now. And just to see how much they grew to, you know, be able to partner up with, you know, We Ball and Jim Ellis and all of them. A great event. Overall, just seeing some great talent. You know, obviously Cam Newton's team was out there. Honcho, we just talked about them earlier. You know, we had Hustle Inc. who won it all as well. So great teams, man. So, you know, Southern Express was one of them. Skirt Labs, Top Shelf, all those teams, man. There was a lot of good teams out there. The names that you usually see around Atlanta, they were there. And the one thing I like about, you know, those kind of camps with those bigger named 7-on-7s is that the bigger name 7-on-7s are able to bring guys from out of state, you know, and those out of state kids, man, they don't get a lot of plug at the smaller, you know, states like North Carolina sometimes, or like Alabama or Mississippi. So those teams are able to bring those type of players in, and you get to evaluate them on a bigger stage or a bigger, you know, football type of state like Georgia. So I think that is amazing. You know, shout out to We Ball. You guys got any comments you want to talk about with the 7-on-7?
I didn't get to see it, so we kind of laid off you on that one. Obviously, I got a couple players that invited me, man, but I'm gonna be real, bro. I was burnt. I'm not gonna lie. I had to work that Friday night till like midnight, and Saturday I just rested and then went to the library, got my read on. And then Sunday I was just burnt, bro. I tried, I really did, but yeah, the body was like, no, lay down. So hey, sometimes you gotta listen to the body, bro.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Any takeaways, Bacon? At least something that you've seen.
Kind of similar to Nas, man. I definitely tried to go, but I gotta this content be stacking up. I gotta get it out. But super good event, man. I figured going into it, you know what I'm saying, Dynasty, you were at We Ball on the ticket, man. It's gonna be something special, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, every ATL thing you could think of was definitely out there. It had some hidden gems was in there, man. So it was definitely a show. Definitely spectacular, man. I definitely would hope to see. Well, I know some more is going to come, and I would definitely love to be in the mix, man. I saw that they had DJs on the field, so I like that type of vibe. Kick back, laid back, you know what I'm saying? Might have to get grills out there or something. But
it was a vibe. It was definitely a vibe. It was kind of, you know what it reminded me, and I said this to LaMarcus. It was kind of like OT7, but it's like a Atlanta version of OT7. I thought that was really cool, man. I always say like OT7 needs to go to Atlanta. They haven't yet, so I thought that was like the next best thing, and it was a lot of hype. John Ellis had his cars out there. The kids was going in the cars, taking photos of the cars. Had a 360 video. So I thought it was great. Along those lines, there was a viral video that went out. My guy, y'all know him by Grind Atlanta. I know him by Coach Pope, Kevin Pope, man. That is dude. That is a dude, man. I love that dude. Every time he sees me, he says what's up to us and stuff like that, man. He's a great dude, but he's super passionate about the kids, man. There was a viral video that one of the kids was like, dancing on camera, and he's like, "Man, get your butt out there." If you haven't watched it, definitely search Kevin Pope or Grind Atlanta on social media, and that video will come out there. It was hilarious, but that dude is so passionate. And then at the end of it, obviously, he celebrated with his team. They won. He celebrated with his team. He showed them love and compassion, and that's the type of coaches you need, man. You need the guys that's gonna straighten your kids up, but at the same time show them love. It's not about all the flash all the time. It's about like getting your work done and doing what you're supposed to do and have discipline. So love that from Coach Pope. I want to know what you guys thought about that video
though. Go ahead, Nas.
Hey man, trying to like really be cool with my words. I texted y'all. I told you. I said I didn't know. Like y'all were talking about it in the group chat, but I did not know that was Coach Brown. Like and I hold him in regard. I did not.
Coach Pope.
Not that video.
Coach Pope.
What video are you talking about then?
When Coach Pope was disciplining the player.
There you go. Okay. Hey, I didn't know which one you referred to. You got to be more specific. Okay. That one, I have no.
I was with you, Jerome.
But Coach Pope, I mean, I have no problem with that, man. That's a problem, a lot of problem with youth right now, bro. Like they so locked in with the cameras and all that. Oh, let me get on camera. Let me get here. I can blow up on TikTok. I get it from a certain standpoint for exposure, but it's so much exposure in this darn state in Georgia compared to others. So I don't have no problem with that. He's giving them the real, man. And that's why a father figure, a role model, those guys are important. It's very important how they carry themselves because they have that big impact on the youth. So getting him in line like that, he's going to remember that, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to, move differently about it. Now, some are probably going to have problems with it. Again, we live in a soft society now. I have no issue with it. He disciplined them. He didn't do anything crazy. He didn't yank them up. He just said, yo, we got a job to do. Screw all that celebrating, all that camera stuff. Let's get right. I have no problem with that. That proper structure like that gets you right long term, man. That is the problem with kids nowadays. Everything is me, or all about how I can get out there. No, need some more discipline and structure. That's the problem right now.
Bacon.
Spoke like a real dad, Nas.
Hey, that's how I'm doing when I have my kids, bro. I'm not playing that.
Hey, straight. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I agree, man. I'm sure there's a lot more of that stuff going on that just doesn't get that type of attention. Shout out to the camera, to the video man that was there to document that, man. But yeah, man, I agree. You just gotta have that just direct discipline these days, man. A lot of kids, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, they're me, or you know what I'm saying, super So that was good, man. People gonna have pushback on it. People gonna say that yes, they like it. No, they don't. But at the end of the day, it's about the impact on the kid moving forward. And like you say, I'm sure that changes his life. So shout out to Coach Pope for putting his foot down. And coming back to show love at the end, man. So I'm saying,
exactly.
love, hate.
I love it, man. I love it. So, all right, let's get to our next topic. We're gonna talk about rivals and On3 updates. Their top 5, their 5-star for the class of 2005, man. Naj, I'm gonna let you start off with this one, man. What is your update on that?
Yeah, man. So they dropped it. So Juju is number 1. Let me see if I can share the screen so everybody can see. I just did Milton. Hold on one sec, y'all, so y'all can see it. Go to rivals. Yeah, so it differentiates between On3 and rivals, but I thought it was kind of intriguing who they had at number 1. Hold on one sec, y'all.
Yeah.
Is this the thread? I think this is the thread. Okay, here we go. All right, audience. So here y'all can see as well. Make sure y'all follow all our socials, like, comment, and subscribe as well. Got to make sure I say that throughout the pod. All right, so here we go.
Comment, subscribe,
all right, so Juju. Yes, definitely do that. So Juju got the number 1 spot for rivals and other rankings. He's not number 1, but they gave him the number 1 spot 2025. We gotten a chance to see him. It's one of the top ones in Georgia. Then the next is David Sanders. Number 2 at Providence Day, and then Bryce Underwood, who I'm hearing a lot about in 2025 class, LSU commit, highly touted guy. And they also got Decoria Moore in the LSU class. Then Devin Sanchez, and then there's big number 6, Justice Terry of Manchester. Got to see him up close and personal. Bacon, big time, primetime player. I told you I compare him to Jalen Carter and also Jordan Davis. I think he have that type of impact on the Georgia Bulldogs. Maybe not in year 1, but over the course of his career. Yes, sir. And then number 7, they had Elijah Griffin of Savannah Christian. He got the number 7 spot of 5 stars for them. Those were the main Georgia guys. I don't know if y'all want to go with out-of-state guys too, but that is the main for Georgia guys as far as in the top.
Yeah, man. To have some of the top guys on that list in Georgia speaks volume of how, and basically what I was saying earlier, that Georgia is one of those bigger football states. You produce a lot of good talent down here. Everybody wants to think about, the Calis and the Floridas and the Texas. And don't get me wrong, they got a lot of talent there, but I think Georgia's right up there. One of the biggest reasons why I moved down here. I moved down here for football, and I moved down here because, Georgia's one of those hubs with, some great talent, great coaching. We talk about coaching, great coaching down here as well. Great programs, So, I think Georgia needs their respect, man, and this definitely shows that.
No doubt. You, Bacon?
Yeah, man. No surprise, man. Julian Lewis has been doing his thing. He's been kind of like DJ, been winning a lot of MVPs at a lot of camps as of late. Justice Terry, I don't know how I feel about Justice, man. I've seen they kind of somebody list him as playing defensive tackle possibly for Georgia. I kind of see that too. He's multiple, but definitely wherever they put him at is going to wreak havoc. Elijah Griffin. So they have Justice ranked over Elijah Griffin per rivals.
Per rivals, yes, sir.
Per rivals. I mean, that's
per rivals.
He can go either way, man. He can go either way, man. I like Griffin too. But yeah, man. Just shout out to the talent of Georgia, man. You know what I mean? It's a breeding ground for a lot of the dominant athletes, and this is just another notch on the post.
No doubt. And the last one, before we start to move on, I do want to kind of talk just a little bit about what On3 had in their rankings real quick, if I can find it. Theirs was vastly different from rivals.
Sure y'all like
it.
Right there. Hit that.
What?
Right there, my little QR code right there. That gives you all social media.
QR code.
Yeah, man.
For
that, I want to plug because I've been trying to plug this for like 4 weeks now. I keep forgetting. We need about 900 more to hit 10,000 on Twitter. So I appreciate all our followers, all our listeners. I know we get a lot of following on this podcast from that Twitter as well. So I think all our Twitter guys that are probably watching right now. Thank you guys. Make sure you go over there and follow us on there as well. Trying to hit that 10,000 mark. So I appreciate you guys for sure, man. And
Pull out your phone and scan that code.
So man, I don't want to leave y'all out too. Y'all part of this. Y'all part of that growth. So appreciate y'all, man.
Of course.
Appreciate it, Jerome. Yeah, go like, comment, subscribe, get them to 10,000. Hey, man, go run up their YouTube. Y'all did not mention that enough. I would say that before we talk about this. Go run up their YouTubes, man, inside the Hashes Bacon Network. I be telling these boys, man, once they see the growth that I got, I'm going to tell them about it off the air. But, hey, man, them shorts, that's where it's at. The YouTube, that's where it's at. You can monetize quickly. I know y'all boys want to be on your own, making y'all money. That is the way to go, man. So if y'all can, like, stuff from the pod, just throw it up on your YouTube, man. I'm telling you, YouTube is the way to go, bro. Easiest way to monetize, easiest way to start making your own money and build your brand. But I digress. Here we go, right here. That's what I said, y'all. It's vastly different. This is Elijah Griffin. They have him as high as number 2 in the country on 0-3 rankings right now. And then number 8 will be Justice Terry. I'm going to share that as well. 1 second, Jerome, while I move it over. Hold on one moment. All right, here we go. So, let's see. 2025. This looks different. I've never understood with their rankings. It'll show one thing and be something different. But I guess the 4 is the old one. I guess the one on the right is the new one, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's what it got to be. Okay, so yeah, I just see DJ Pickett is number 4. Justice Terry looks like he's number 9 now. And then Julian Lewis, as you guys can see, is 9 as well. So that's what I said. There's a little bit of a distinction between the two, and his valuation is near $1 million. But that's some of the differentiation. I just wanted to show that. As you see, rivals had it different. They had Juju number 1. Juju is as far as number 9 right now, and Justice Terry is right above him. So I did want to kind of show that distinction. What y'all think about that?
Very interesting. I get it. Different, people would have different opinions on their platforms. I think that 0-3 have a little bit less Georgia guys, and there's nothing wrong with that. They have them on there. It's just different spots and different places. I think that's very interesting to see kind of the differences. Maybe 0-3 doesn't look at Georgia as much, or maybe they just truly think that some of the other players, or maybe they are outside of Georgia a little bit more, so they can evaluate a little bit differently. But I think that it's a very interesting list. I think it's a very interesting list. I seen on there they had Juju at 22 at some point. That's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, everybody has their own opinion, so I don't want to knock it, man. I would love to know their explanation for it, but I'm not gonna knock it.
No doubt. What about you, Bacon?
Man, obviously they may have some more eyes. Obviously they got a lot more eyes on the national level, so they feel differently. But the Georgia boys getting recognition nonetheless. You can't play too much into the rankings. It's about that getting to the next level and how you perform. It's all about I wouldn't even say the draft, NFL combine marks. It's just about how you perform, man. So you could be undrafted and go win 6 rings like Tom Brady. So it's about how much you believe in yourself.
There you go.
Bada boom, bada bing.
No doubt. Now, are we unveiling, Jerome, our top 25? Or are we gonna wait another week?
So we're gonna wait one more week. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Let me sip your tea. That one's on me, but for sure, 100% next week. We got Bacon's in, we got Naj's in, I gotta put mine in, then we gotta put it all together, then I gotta make a graphic. So starting next week, I just want to have a better game plan for it and not just like throw it out there and just like, oh, here it is. I want to have a really good game plan for it and set for that. So 100% next week. So get ready for that. I know we've been saying for like 2 or 3 weeks now. 100% next week. So tune in next week. If you're not tuning in next week, I don't know what to say to you. I just don't know what to say to you.
At this point, we don't know.
So I put that on my chest.
I do appreciate. Right. Well, I do appreciate about Jerome. He take accountability, man. A lot of people, they miss that in life. They do not have no accountability for their actions. So at least Jerome is being accountable. We will have that for y'all next week. Stay tuned. Again, live every Tuesday at 7:30 with the boys, man. So Stay tuned for that. I'm sure it's gonna be fun. I'm sure we're gonna have our debates about it. Like, no, this guy should be in. No, this guy should be in. So that should be very entertaining. And I know y'all gonna have some crazy takes down in the comment section. So that will be a lot of fun. But we do this for y'all, man. We do this for y'all, and we do this for the fans, so you can watch our content, man. So
100%.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. The three, man.
Jelly off the glass. He didn't see it coming.
I want to start off because I got to start off my boy, RJ Davis, with the 42 points the other night, man. Bro, 42 points in that game? That's insane, bro. Like, 42 points. He was 14 for 22 with the point 4 goals, 7 for 11 on 3 points, and 6 rebounds, 4 steals. That man was going off. So shout out to my North Carolina guys. I had to shout them out before we get started, man, because my boy RJ Davis went ham. I want to know what y'all thought about that performance, man.
Electric, brother. You know what I'm saying? You said 7 from 11 from 3?
7 for 11 for threes.
Yes, that's putting the ball in the basket right there.
I should have picked this on the thing, but it's right here. Sorry.
Yes. I remember this now. 42 points. Yeah. Shout out Green Light Media, man.
Yes, sir. What do you think about that, Naj?
Yeah, I think it was a great performance, man. I think he should be more on draft boards than what he is. Just one of those veteran players, and like I said, that's what I like about the sport of college basketball, where it's going right now. Is that a lot of these guys are staying in the league, and they're producing. Excuse me, and they're more polished when they come to the league. Now I know me and Bacon have talked off air. He says he likes the guys that go one and done. He doesn't mind it. Also doesn't mind kids staying in. But I just think you get a more refined product when it comes to the league. That doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to go to G League, but I think you have that experience, and I think you can kind of build off that going into the league. You kind of know what it is going, and obviously there's still a jump either way. It doesn't matter if there's going to be a jump, but I think you're a more refined player. But before we start, Bacon, then we got to talk about the hot topic right now in college basketball.
Most definitely, bro. Who you talking about? You talking about us? Talking about the Cats?
No. Talking about what happened in the Duke game.
In the Duke game? Put me on game, man. Put me on game.
So I don't know if you heard, but Kyle Filipowski got hurt. You know, a fan, they stormed the court. Yeah, and he was limping off. So, the big topic right now, should court storming be banned?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
It's hot topic right now.
I don't know. I think I don't know. If somebody could pull up the video, I did hear that, but I didn't see the video. I mean, court storming is something that's been a part of, especially college, even down to the high school. It's been a part. Now I will say this: fans are getting a little more avid than they have ever been. So, it all comes down to the fans and respecting the players, even up to the media, respecting the media. If everybody respects the players, this will happen. You can't get so caught up in the win that you're hurting your players, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't think it should be taken away as of right now. If it keeps continuing to happen, then yeah, man, that's going to be unfortunate to take away from us a world that's become less social. So that's my take.
I'm about to share the screen so y'all can see it. Hold on, I'm gonna mute it though, so we don't get copyrighted.
I'm gonna say this.
Right.
To ban it will be hard. You can't stop thousands of kids from storming a field, the basketball. It's gonna be very hard to do stuff like that. You can threaten them as much as you can. You can, say what you want about it. I know it is a danger to players and things like that. I understand that as well. It is. And that's crazy. But like, how much can you? How much can you stop it? Other than finding the school, and I'm pretty sure the students don't care about that. So, it's a hard topic. I don't want anybody to get hurt. It's just Kyle probably almost got really, really hurt. Or did he get hurt? Yeah, he was injured.
Yeah, he did.
Damn. So
yeah.
Obviously that's what you don't want, but it's also like it's a celebrational thing. I don't know, man. It's such a traditional thing, and to try to ban it, you're gonna have a hard time doing that unless you figure out some kind of barrier thing or something like that. But it's gonna be very hard to do, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of long conversations about how to do that. I almost not like it right now, man. It's just a lot. It's a lot into it to try to make that from not happening. So.
I think for me, I talked about it earlier today at noon, man. I think, dude, you just need to, like, obviously the fans got to tone it down. There's already fines in place for it. To ban it, no, it's tradition. You know what I'm saying? It's the allure of it, right? I think SEC has up to a $250,000 ban. Like, they're not going to just care. What you have to do, right? And I threw out this proposal. It's very simple, right? Nobody storms the court, right, until after the handshake line is over. Let the team shake hands. Let the team get off the court. Then you go storm the court. Now y'all might say that takes away the allure a little bit, but you got to find a way to kind of, you know what I'm saying, make sure it's cool, because it's too high. You don't want somebody getting hurt. You don't want a fan coming in and punching the player in the face. You know what I'm saying? Not that the players can't protect themselves. They're huge human beings, right? Most of them 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", 7 foot. I keep going.
7'5".
Yeah, 7'5". But still, you don't want the fans to be coming in there and doing the most, bro. Like, okay, we just want, like, go celebrate with the people that won. You don't need to be antagonizing the players. That's my big thing on it. So I think if I'm the NCAA, instead of banning it in the tradition, let them go with the handshake line. You just got the big upset. Let's hold out. And then have everybody go to the student section as much as you can and have the players bring them onto the court to go celebrate after. What's wrong with that?
Did we learn our lesson about trying to fight athletes this weekend? I digress.
I knew you was going to throw that in eventually. I just knew that was going to come out. I just knew it. That's why
I don't even talk about.
Hey, I just do it. Hey, I just do it. I knew that was going to come up.
Oh, man. All right.
One time.
One time for the one time. All right. We're going to our next topic, guys.
Go ahead, Bacon. Start it.
That's on you, man.
All right, man. We got McDonough and Pace Academy go out in the second round. We got to start with the Pace Academy versus Holy Innocents, man. It was a packed house. You know what I mean? Close game, hard fought game. Caleb Wilson went for a phenomenal game, man. So kind of what's your thoughts on them saying Pace Academy falling short?
I'm shocked. I did not expect it. I did not. Bro, I was looking at the chops for a Pace and the McDonough state championship, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I was looking at the chops Pace for that, bro. That's what I was looking for. Pace McDonough, because every time they battle, they give us good matchups, epic matchups, go back and forth, really great teams, good coaches. I would love to see Coach Thomas in there. What he's been able to do with that group, right? Some would say, okay, well, it's not the most talented, but they had Keenan Gray. They had Zayden Green. They had his son Nigel Thomas. Had a really great year. You know what I'm saying? I think they ended up winning the region title, if I'm not mistaken. But I would like to see him go and get that experience for his group and his team. I think he does a great job of sometimes not always having the top talent. Coach Sharman White, man, I mean, he's a legendary coach, bro. He's Hall of Famer. They won it all last year. You can't win it all every year. But I thought with the team they had, they got better. You bring back KJ Green for another year, the UCF commit. You bring Eric Chatfield, who's got another year of experience. He'll be a senior next year. He'll probably be their leader scorer. I just thought they had the readiness to do it. And I'm going to be real. I'm sorry. Holly Innocence has gotten a lot better, bro. I told you, I was not sold on them when we seen them against North Meck. I mean, obviously, it was early in the season, still figuring things out. But I was like, that is North Mecklenburg. That is Isaiah Evans. That is Trey Maxwell. But I am saying, like, I've seen them another game, too. They just not look hot. And it looked like nobody could score outside of Caleb Wilson. But granted, Devin Hutchinson has been stepping up, man. He's been carrying the load. He looks really good. He's been stepping up big for them. They got another scoring punch besides Caleb when they try to double team him. So I got to give credit where credit is due, man. That was big. And then the McDonough loss, it was kind of like they led the entire game against Westminster. I thought they had it in the bag. But late in the game, Westminster got it going, was able to go on a run and eventually won. But I was definitely saying both of those losses are shocking.
Facts. In the loss, Kyle Green had 14 points along with Eric Chatfield. Chandler Bing had 16, leading all Pace Academy scores. Double-digit rebounds for Chandler Bing with 10 rebounds, 6 defensive, 2 steals, and 2 turnovers, man. So solid outing for Chandler Bing, man. But yeah, man, like you said, man, Will's been able to come in and add a little boost for them. Caleb had 21 rebounds, man. Anytime you can control the glass like that, it's gonna be tough to beat, man. He just provides so much on the offensive floor, controlling the glass, put backs, energy buckets, man. Unless you have somebody that can kind of match him, I don't think Pace Academy is that big on the interior. So man, they just exploited that mismatch for them, man. But what we get ready to say about McDonough, brother? Sorry to cut you off.
None. No, that was it. I was just saying I thought they had a good year. I just thought they was going to go further. I thought they had the team to, make a deep postseason run. And like I said, I would just love to see Coach Thomas be able to get to that level with his squad. I know eventually he will, but I thought this was a real good year to do. I didn't think Highly Innocents looked too hot, but you got one of the top players in the country, man. That definitely helps.
Do you know? Do you have any knowledge on Westminster boys basketball? They're 21-9 this season, 12-5 in the region.
To be honest, no. I mean, they don't post anything really on their stuff. They don't got anything on Max Preps for real. So yeah, they're kind of. Right. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them, so yeah, I can't really speak too much on them.
I seen them last year. I'm sure the roster is totally different. I think there were a lot of young boys last year, but shoot the ball, real fundamental basketball. Like I said, it's got to be a different roster this year than it was last year because it wasn't a good year. It wasn't a good season for them last year. But nonetheless, man, they did pick up that win over at McDonough, and we'll be moving on to face Baldwin at Baldwin, February the 28th, man. Last month, last day of the month. It's not a leap year this year, ladies and gentlemen. So, would you like to add anything?
There is a leap year this year.
There is a leap year this year. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow is not the last day of the month. We do have a leap year, so. But Jerome, do you have anything on Westminster or McDonough? We're gonna move on.
We can move on. I don't know nothing about those teams really. I do want to say Pace Academy. I heard a lot about them, so it was a shocker for me also to hear that they got out. I don't know a lot about their team and stuff, but I heard that there was a really good team. So for them to get out in the second round, I was just like, oh wow, that's one of the few teams that I didn't know were good down here in Georgia. So that was a shock to me as well.
All right, man. Moving on to the boys in blue, man, out of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Kentucky. Huge win, well-needed win. What do you mean, finally, bro? We're 19-8. We're in a close game with Mississippi State right now.
Not an impressive record. Do you see what I'm saying?
You said what? Listen, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Man. You get a big win, and then y'all do that.
In the game of basketball, there's a game of runs, and right now Mississippi State is on a good run. I'm sure we'll have a good run closing out the 4 minutes of this game and come out with victory. Coach Kyle gets like this at the first conference table. This is what freshmen do, and sometimes you got to ride the cage to get them going. Go ahead, bro.
Have you noticed, Jerome? I like to give bacon mess about Kentucky yet.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it, brother. I've studied. From being a young lad, I have watched enough Coach Calipari interviews and watched enough Kentucky games where whatever you have for me, I'm ready to give it to you, brother. As he sips his tea. But defeated Alabama 117-95. Edwards again, man. Man, he's giving me Shea Gilgeous-Alexander vibe, not in terms of play style, but just kind of coming in, being a senior, unlike Shea was a freshman, just coming in, not really the name that we all thought was gonna, possibly lead Kentucky in scoring, but had 28 that game. Shepard had six rebounds, team high, and a team high in assist of 6 assists, tongue twister. But But yeah, man, Alabama, a solid team. It's gonna be interesting coming down the wire, heading to the region tournament, man. But Kentucky, man, just what can I say? But what y'all got to add, man? It was a close game.
What can you say?
Go Cats.
No, ain't nobody saying that. Nobody saying no go Cats.
Go Cats, man.
Go Cats.
Coach Cal.
But y'all had a good victory. Y'all finally got a good win on the docket. You know what I'm saying? It's about time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, y'all beat Auburn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all lost to LSU, but y'all. You know what I'm saying? It was good, man. Yeah, it was good. Y'all got some high scoring. Y'all got Jesse Edwards, like you said, came in with 28, and Tony Reeves with 24. It was a high scoring game, man. So I think y'all did good. Y'all scored 58 in the first half, and then followed up 59. So offense was humming. Struggling right now against Mississippi State. But if y'all want to get a high seed, not like a 5 or a 6 or 7, y'all got to start pulling off some more wins.
Wherever we get in, we're gonna be fine, brother. But DJ Wagner, I know he's missed a little time here as of late. Coming back, it seems to be getting things going a little bit, averaging 10 points on the season. Let's see, what's it shooting? Shooting 40% from the field, 25% from three, but shooting exceptional well from the free throw line of 75%, 74.5%. Man, they just got to keep at it, man. I feel like a Cowboys fan right now, but you know what I mean. The Kentucky brand is the Kentucky brand, and we will always prevail, brother.
You heard it first. You want to go down
all these Kentucky clips going to age well.
We'll see. We'll find out.
For sure.
I don't hate
kicker, man.
I don't hate Kentucky. They're a good squad, man. They produce some of my favorite NBA players. So, no offense to Kentucky. I just like messing with you, but I don't have no issues with Kentucky. You're not a fan. I'm good.
Right, we don't like Duke, man. We'll forever hate that Christian Laettner shot. But moving on. The big news, hot topic, man. Does Houston deserve to be number one in all of men's NCAA basketball, man? The defense is elite, man. They kind of. If I was a coach, I would definitely like they use the big to trap high. They use the big to trap high, but it's a swarming type of defense, kind of like a swarming zone type of defense. But you know what I'm saying? One top 3, yes. I can't see one. You know what I'm saying? UConn, Purdue have been steady thus far. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think?
UNC.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up. I know they play in a tough conference in the Big 12, man. So that's kind of what's voting in their favor so far. Started the season real good, man. I think up to 13-0 before suffering their first 2 losses to Iowa State and TCU. But yeah, I think they got a good resume, man. I mean, they got some top-notch wins on here, beating Texas Tech, the BYUs of the world. They still got to play Kansas. They lost to them earlier in February. But, some good wins. Iowa State beating Baylor. So, they got some good quality wins, honestly, Bacon. Defense is real good, as we mentioned before. But, yeah, man, I think they're up there. I still like UConn as the number 1 team. I know they got 3 losses. I know UConn doesn't play in as tough as a conference as Houston does. So that's what Houston gets the knock. But I think it'll be interesting. I think they'll probably get a 1. UConn will definitely get a 1. But them being number 1 ranked, I'm not opposed to it. They're playing in some conference.
That's valid. I've seen some comparisons from Javier Francis to Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis. There's another Nerlens Noel. Just his shot blocking ability, which you know what I'm saying. You can see it blocking shots on the perimeter, blocking shots around the basket. So definitely a name to remember and to see how, if he decides to go to the draft this year or come back and stay 1 more year, it's going to be interesting to see who his comparison is. Can his game translate to NBA, being a primarily defensive specialist? But defense wins championships. So probably a G League project, but solid prospect of that. But I do not believe that they should be the number 1 overall team. I do like them, and they're gonna upset. They're probably gonna be Elite Eight, the Final Four team, and past that point is going to be, just what March Madness has in the mix. But definitely scary team down the play. They got some good guards who they're not afraid to guard the elite guards of opposing teams one-on-one. That's, like I said, I've been saying in a while, guard play is very key in March Madness. You got guards that can steal the ball from you and they can score, block you on the perimeter. It's going to be, when you're playing the type of defense they're playing, it's going to really make that guard show his decision-making, his playmaking skills, man. In that magnitude with millions or thousands of people screaming, it's gonna show who's real and who's fake when they play against Houston. So it's going to be interesting to see. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our...
No, I was going to say they're going to be battle tested, though, with what they win against. But I'll throw it back to you.
Sure, man. Coming up this week, y'all, what is the plans for this week? Where will we be at Wednesday all up until the weekend? Starting with you, Jerome.
I'll be in Florida. 8-hour drive down there to IG Academy this week. They're having their
Florida.
Yes, sir. You got to listen. There's one school in the country that I will drive an 8-hour ride to, and that's IG Academy. And it's not just because they got all types of talent on that team. It's because they treat their people right, man. And they're a great organization. They make sure they want to get their players the recognition and the exposure they need to, and they do it right down there, man. They do it right, man. Some great people down there. The weather's great. Campus is beautiful. So every time they invite me, I do what I can to get out there. Even, taking that 8-hour drive, I'll do it. And half the time, usually I do it by myself. But hey, I don't mind. They got some great talent down there. I'm looking forward to it. Ryan Wright will be down there. Shout out to my guy Ryan Wright. He will be down there as well. So I got, my guy down there. Trying to get these two knuckleheads down there, but I got you. But yeah, listen, I know I'm busy guys. I get it. I'm just messing with y'all. But I love to get y'all down there one time because that campus is beautiful. I think everybody should at least see it once because it's incredible what type of campus that you can have for a high school. So got to get you guys down there. But I'll be down there Thursday. Heading back up on Friday. Expect some content, a little bit of content on Friday, but mostly Saturday and Sunday. So look for that with me this weekend.
Who are you most interested in interviewing?
Oh, I always love going down there and talking to my guy, Zach Ford. He's a DB down there. He's up and coming. He's 2026, I believe. Yeah. He's an up and comer. DB, you're gonna see a lot of him this year, so I'm excited to talk to him because he's gonna have a even bigger role with Ellis. I mean, not Ellis Ricks. Forgot his name. Ellis Robinson. Sorry, there you go. Ellis Robinson. That's going to Georgia.
Elias, yep.
Yes, there you go. He's going to Georgia, so Zach's gonna be the next guy up there. At the DB position. So. Very talented young guy, very enthusiastic, very excited to get in his role. I talked to him in the summer, so excited to see what's his mindset going into it and having a bigger role. And now he's going to be one of the leaders, so going to be interesting to see how that goes.
And for you,
plus my DB.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I really wanted to go too. I was gonna ask Jerome before I go. Do you know when they're having other events down there? Like, I know they got it for this one. Do they have like a one in May or June or something like that? Right
they usually have a media day right before the season starts. So probably like a month before the season starts. So kind of plan that. When I go down there, I ask them if they have any ideas how they're gonna be. I think last year was August, like super early August, very late July. So if anything, try to go to that one too. That one's a little bit more formulated to obviously the media. So it's a lot more media friendly. This one's more like get as many interviews you can within like 30 minutes, and then you just watch them kind of work out. You might get some interviews at the end. Media day, you can literally have as many players you want. Talk to all of them. They be more on the assembly line. It's really cool. They take care of you. They give you food, stuff like that. So, ING media day is definitely something that you want to go to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a plan with you to maybe go down there because I told you off air I got personally invited. She sent me a whole email and everything. So I thought you had said something for her to invite me, but apparently you didn't.
Big time now, man. You big time now.
That's crazy, bro.
Trying to tell him.
Just to get it. Hey, that is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is crazy.
I ain't nothing.
I almost was like, bro, I want to go, but I was like, I ain't gonna be able to go, bro. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do that last minute notice. But if they have one in August or late, I think we got our media day like July 31st, August 1st. Like I'm gonna definitely try to go before the season starts. So definitely, man, like me and you could plan something. Gas, maybe even get a rental, man. Not to put all that stuff on your car, man. That's a little bit of a ride, dog. I'm in. I have to do a lot of driving, so I'm in conservative car, man. That's how you make your money. So we can plan something. Rental cars are cheap, bro. I wouldn't mind making that trip with you. And like you said, bro, they seem very welcoming. I mean, she was very nice. I hope I didn't put her in no bad terms or nothing because I said I couldn't go when I was flying on Saturday, but I would love to go, man, and be a part of that. They got so many. I was looking at it. I was like, yo, IMG got dudes. So I'm just like doing my research. Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, they got dudes.
That's what I was actually going to do right after this podcast. Just form my list up, get ready for I'm probably going to leave out like Wednesday night, maybe super early Wednesday morning, depending on how I feel. Get down there early, check out the site a little bit because it's Florida, that. Yeah, if you don't know, Bradenton is right next to Tampa. It's super beautiful. It's always nice down there. So, as much as I can, I try to look at different sites while I'm down there, and I always. And listen, they're not our sponsor, and they need to maybe, but they're not our sponsor. But I always make sure I go to a Wawa every time I'm down there. You guys don't know what Wawa? Y'all don't know about that Wawa, but I'm from the north, man. Wawa's the spot, man. I'm telling you, I have to go every single time I'm down there. Get me a smoothie at least. At the very least, get myself a smoothie.
No doubt. No doubt about it, man. So, yeah, I think me and Drew will go play that. You should come to Bacon if you're able to get it off. They got prime time South Carolina prospects down there, too, man. They got tech targets. It's great for content, getting it out for the fans and things like that. But real quick on me, and I'm going to throw it to Bacon. Man, I got some fire content coming out. Reach out to a couple guys, man. One of them is the dog. He's actually from New Jersey. You probably already know this, Jerome, but I got that content coming out. Some good stuff for tech fans that are watching me right now. So y'all stay tuned for that. I've been so busy this week. These past 3 weeks have been just crazy on my main job as far as just work and stuff we've been getting. Yeah, bro, it's been wild with the basketball and all the shows and baseball. Like it's been crazy. You're gonna see, bro. It's dropping soon. I'm gonna be dropping something tomorrow, so you're gonna see. I'm dropping it on the Instagram, dropping it on the Twitter X, and it's already up on the YouTube. So it's coming out soon.
Just answer me this: do it start with a K?
It is not.
Okay, and it's not about that.
Yeah.
But okay, I got you.
But as a dope interview, man, he was open, man. Probably one of the best ones I did. Just like it felt like not an interview, Bacon. It felt like an actual conversation. Like me and him was cool. So y'all gonna like it. I'm gonna share all that below. I'll probably drop them. I'm gonna do an article on SI for it too. I'm gonna try to. So I got that. I got a Darnell Kelly breakdown I'm gonna do right after we get done with the pod. So I'm working. Got that dropping soon too. Yes, sir. And then Thursday. I know I gotta work tomorrow night doing basketball, so that's gonna be a long day. I got that Wednesday night. Friday. I don't think anything really crazy. Saturday, I know I got a story on somebody I'm doing. It's a major story. So I stay tuned for that. It's going to drop on the channel as well. Also on Twitter. So I stay tuned. I'm going to reach out to his pops tomorrow. Let's just say his dad is a former NFL player. So I'm going to leave that at that. I'm not going to reveal no names, but dad, former NFL player. So that'll be fun interviewing his son. And then Saturday, I got to do more basketball. And I'm going to try – that's what it was Friday. I'm going to try to get out to OTE. I know Bacon is doing Skyhawks, but I'm trying to get to OTE to see the YNG Dreamers against RWE. I think that's going to be a primetime matchup. So that's
going to be a banger.
Before Bacon go, I forgot something I'm doing because I want to make sure I shout out this. Sunday is a football camp, NEGA Classic. So I think all three of us actually going to that one, if I'm not mistaken. So look for us at that one. LaMarcus will be there as well, so we'll definitely be doing that this as well. Depending on, I might go Saturday too for the practice, depending on how tired I am from this weekend from the 8-hour drive. But I'm trying to go to the Saturday practice and then maybe the game after on Sunday too. So. Go ahead, Bacon. Sorry.
Nah, you're straight, bro. Definitely, but that's gonna be fun. Definitely should vlog it. But let's see, what am I got going? I got going Wednesday. I probably won't go, but I believe it's the Cleveland. It's the Charge. The Charge. It's Cleveland's G League team. Imani Bates and Sharif Cooper will be coming back. Well, Sharif Cooper, Imani Bates not from there, but Sharif Cooper will be coming back home. They will be in town Wednesday. I'm not likely gonna go to that one Wednesday unless I just want to go when I get off work. But the plan is to hit that Friday to go check them boys out. Man, I haven't been down to College Park now in about a month, so go see those guys Saturday. Got to tell you a story edition with Irvin Reynolds. Hope I'm saying the first name right. Irvin Reynolds, 2025 running back. He's pretty solid built dude out of Dothan, Alabama. We'll be talking to him on Tell Your Story with my cousin. We're gonna chop that up with the young man and see what he's about, man. Get his perspective on Alabama football. You know what I'm saying? It's just his perspective on why it's being treated as a second-class citizen to some other states. And Sunday, like Jerome said, we'll be hitting the Northeast Georgia game to see what that's talking about, man. Shout out to Coach Dan. Shout out to the whole Northeast Georgia recruiting staff doing what they do. Shout out to Will. We're going to check that out. So, and then in between time, we're going to kind of spit out some more culture pieces from the Under Armour camp, man. Kind of get those clips out, and we're still working on the Carby Martin documentary. So there's a lot of getting content out, man. Spitting out, getting to the people, getting to the eyes, man. But that's what we got going on this week, man. Kind of getting back in the scene and kind of trying to get things nailed down for NBA playoff. Not NBA, high school basketball playoffs. Kind of getting to the thick of things. So be tuned and locked in for that on Bacon Network LLC, Bacon Network YouTube, and Bacon Network _47 on Instagram, man. And I think we're gonna segue into the words of wisdom for one of the last segments of today. I'll start off, man, since I've been talking. Words of wisdom. Continue to be persistent. Like I said, it gets boring, but stick to one thing. Actually, it's gonna be my words of wisdom. Just stick to one thing. Don't jump off on another path because you heard somebody say, "Oh, this works for me." Now, unless what you're doing doesn't work for you, but if it works for you, stick to that. Be persistent on it, and just keep doing with the old beaten path, man. Once you kind of get your thing down, get your feng shui rolling, it's going to work for you. And number two is which is always number one. Stay on your knees, keep praying, tap into the Word of God, man. That's the book of life, and life is what we live. So why are we reading it? So that's words to wisdom for me, man. I'll pass it on to whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first. I want to say, don't chase the hype. Don't always the hype, man. Sometimes the hype is not all that it needs to be. Sometimes maybe the hype is the hype, but maybe that hype is not for you. Don't always chase the hype, man, because hype can get you in trouble sometimes. The hype, like I said, might not be for you. Sometimes you gotta go in your own, make your own wave, make your own path. Don't just go chasing the hype because, and a great example of that is all the what is it? NTF or NFT or NFT? There we go. The NFTs. That was a huge thing, and everybody was trying to jump on the hype, and then it just kind of died out. So don't just jump on the hype. Research. Look into it. Like, don't just
do due diligence.
Due diligence, exactly, because You chase the hype and everybody's like, "Oh, this is making us so much money." Yeah, but that might have been the first 2% that got to it. I mean, you're gonna get to it. So don't, don't chase the hype. You know, do your due diligence, do research, make sure it's the right thing and the right thing for you, because everything's not the right thing for everybody. That's my words of wisdom. Go ahead, Nudge.
Yeah, for me, this is for my brothers, for these two that's in here with me. Just as a plea to them, I said a little bit earlier, but get on y'all YouTube Shorts grind, dog. This is just from the camp. I'm just showing y'all. I mean this because I really think y'all can get y'all channels and start working for yourselves. I mean, you already got your brands, but as you can see, that 6.3K with this Barry McWhorter doing a little bit of a movement. I got more I wanted to show y'all real quick. It's a great way to grow your channel, man. And get it to where you want to be. Here's some more. Hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, did you see the Devin Carter clip that went crazy on Instagram? Remember, got like 15K, 4.3K on here, Bacon, 1.4 for Jonas Winston. Again, that other clip I had with the guy, 4.8, 3 point, you get the point. I'm just saying, get on your YouTube Shorts grind, man, for my fellas in here. Just to be able to grow as a content creator, man. Like I said, YouTube is still the move. And you can use that to segue into other partnerships and endorsements and all the stuff you have going, man. So that's just my plea to y'all. Getting on your YouTube grind. And if y'all have like interviews like this, man, just shorten it up, getting into obviously having long form content, but try the short form content, man. It's a great way to grow.
100%. Before we go, I wanted to share this clip because I didn't mention it before. I just want to show the last little bit real quick for a little teaser for you guys. Very funny part. Me and Bacon was with Coach Mill. He was at JR Cricket. It is.
Yes, sir. I'm okay.
Good times, good vibes. We have some athletes there, but there was this one moment that this young man came up to us. I want to let y'all watch this part. It's freaking hilarious. So.
Only on MLK too.
What's up? How you doing? We good, bro. Football. What position you play, man? What position you play in football?
Running back.
There you go. Okay. I got you. What's your 100 time?
I ain't played football for a minute. No bad.
We fair. What's your 40 time?
I ain't played for a minute.
You Tyreek Hill? You beat Tyreek Hill? You faster than Tyreek? Hey, he said he get Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill get that ass.
You can't beat me.
He can't beat me. I put my money on some blocks on the street. Take those shoes off right now. And we go on bare feet.
Ain't nobody block can't beat me.
You gonna wear that ass out.
Somebody looked at me, right?
I will wear your ass out.
You
crazy.
You crazy.
He said you ain't on man.
You talking about me about it.
Let's go right now.
He said, yes, sir. It's our level.
Go.
I had to play that, man. It's a great point of that, and make sure you watch that whole thing on Bacon Necker's YouTube channel, man. Like and subscribe to his stuff. Behind the scenes stuff, I love when he does that kind of stuff. So, man, keep doing your thing, Bacon. That was a fun night. Nada, when she was able to go, you wasn't able to, but man, it was a good night, man. So it was cool, man. It was cool.
For sure, man. Only
Bacon, plug your stuff, man. Plug your stuff.
Yeah, man. You can tap into everything on YouTube, Bacon Network. Plain and simple. We've talked to a lot of college players, a lot of big time stars. Chloe Kitsch most recently. We've talked to Elijah Pritchett. We've talked to James Thorpe. We've talked to Kamai Young out of Pebblebrook. So, but not only will we just talk to athletes, we talk to a lot of people who just got great stories, who can inspire others and tell their stories, and give game back to the people that's coming behind them. So yeah, definitely check into that. We got a lot of game footage, a lot of good stuff on there, man. Believe it or not, man. I always tell people, you might not know what you're gonna see on the network next, so stay tuned.
Definitely, man. These two guys got a behind the scenes little Gainesville. I thought that was a very good video as well, man. You want to talk about that real quick?
Maybe we just have to put it on the page. Well, I don't want to get in trouble, but eventually, one day soon or a couple years later, if it's still relevant, we'll definitely throw it on the Patreon. We'll see. We don't want to ruffle any feathers, man.
I got you.
Yeah, so we kind of stuck. I mean, it's some dope content though, bro. I mean, it's some dope content. I mean, I think it would have been good for both of our brands just having that inside look that nobody else has gotten. But yeah, we just not trying to ruffle no feathers, especially me and him being young, and we're not trying to burn no bridges, man. So it's tough.
100%. Well, that's gonna do it first. Go ahead.
But we will have more behind the scenes of just all three of us whenever we hit the road. Definitely when we go to one in Nashville coming up, we're gonna go to Birmingham. So it'll be more and Carrollton. We would ask Carrollton to kind of let us do a tour. So you know what I'm saying. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And when one door closes, maybe still a little crack, another one will open. So we're gonna have some dope content coming for y'all. So just wait and see.
100%, man. Well, that's gonna do it for us today, guys. Man, we appreciate each and one of you guys. Naj, you wanna break it down?
Yes, sir. So, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the episode of the First and Foremost podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, along with Jerome down below. Go follow him. All the stuff is linked right down there. Whatever. Yeah, I get the point. And go follow Bacon at Bacon Network. You know what I'm saying? He always has great content, man. Y'all go follow that. Thank you, Jerome, for that. But that's all that we got for tonight. We appreciate you tuning in. And as you guys all know, first and foremost, we not only give you the spill, but we keep it real.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See y'all next week.
Great show, folks.